are going to do our typical stuff as we do our lives. I just want to pop up and make sure I'm on the other side of the screen. So if you are catching the replay, go ahead and skip forward for just a second or so, and we will get started in just 1 second. And it looks like I am in frame, good to go. Happy Tuesday, my friends. Today is Tuesday, September 30th at 11 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, or Pacific Time, I should say, not quite standard yet. And you are catching me live right here on YouTube if you are watching during that time frame. For those of you that are here, welcome. For those of you that are watching the replay, welcome. Let me know where you're tuning in from and that you are watching the replay. If you are, my name is Tammy Civello, and welcome to Cards by TLC. And this is Sketch Week on Teach It Tuesday with Tammy and Jennie, and we are using one of our favorite sketch layout companies, Mojo Monday. I absolutely love the sketches. I use this quite often on my template Thursday with Tammy, but we have chosen sketch 547, which is a great way to showcase your designer paper and your sentiment. Welcome in, and happy Tuesday, and welcome in, cutie puppies. Welcome back. And I'm so sorry when you came on. What was your name? I know that you said that your daughter named your YouTube login. So welcome in, Jennie. So happy to have you here, you guys. So again, we are doing sketch 547 from Mojo Monday. You can find them on Pinterest. That's where Jennie and I get a lot of their sketches. I love that they incorporate the sizes and dimensions if you want to go exactly as the sketch layout. We are doing the exact measurements today, so I will go over everything. Again, if you have not yet subscribed to my my email, I do have an email list there. If you have not subscribed to my blog post yet, head on over to cardsbytlc.com. You can subscribe to the blog. You can subscribe to my newsletter, my free newsletter that I sent out. So all the exciting things today. So we are showcasing the Festive Friends. I absolutely love this. This does come as a bundle in the online exclusive. Full disclosure, did not pay attention when I ordered the bundle and ordered only the stamp set. So I do have the dies coming to me, and I cannot wait to create more with the dies, because it has great dies with it. It has a snowflake and it cuts out our little creatures. Wow. Creatures or critters or fun little guys or whatever you want to call them. I'm coming up with words today. Tammy had 2 cups of coffee, so watch out, folks. Anyhow, I absolutely love this. This is great for coloring. I'm going to show a few tips that I learned this weekend at our team event from the amazing Patty Bennett. I feel like she is the queen of coloring with Stampin' Blends, and I've learned a few tricks this weekend, so cannot wait to show you more with this. But here is our project. We did the little elf as our first little fun character. And again, here is the layout. I am featuring also the Traditions of Christmas. My gosh, I'm struggling with remembering this suite, but I'm using the Traditions of Christmas designer paper. I am using the Jolly Holly 3D embossing folder. It's a hybrid embossing folder. Makes great holly leaves. And then I am also using the Stylish Shapes dies for our circle. And that is our layout. So look how cute he is. And then I don't know if you can see the sparkle, but we're going to be doing some Wink of Stella. So we are actually going to be doing the Santa in this. There's a cute snowman that you can do Wink of Stella over the entire body. I cannot wait to dive further into this. So let's go ahead and get started, and we will go over all of the colors that we're going to be using. On my elf, and I'll put this on my blog post, but I used light old olive, or the old olive combo, and then I came in with a little bit of darker mossy meadow, like the light mossy meadow, but I also incorporated the smoky slate, and we'll go over that when we color our Santa. But we have our top folding card base in thick basic white, cut at 4 1/4 by 11, scored at 5.5. I have my embossed panel piece. I'm going to do a little bit the opposite of the designer paper on this today. We're going to do kind of the opposite. So I have, instead of old olive, I have real red in the embossed piece of the Jolly Holly. And then what I love about this, again, it goes over all of the sizes and dimensions. So we have our back panel piece with this design, and this piece is cut at 3.5 by 4. And that's going to lay like so. Then we have our second layer of this design, and we're actually going to tear this, but this piece is cut at 1 3/4 by 4 3/4, but we will tear that. We have our little piece right here that is 1 by 1.5 that we're going to banner that up. I have a strip of designer paper. This is 1/2 inch by 5.5. That's going to go on the inside of our card base. And then I have a piece of scrap for our sentiments. And then I have already pre-stamped with Memento black ink with the largest stylish shape circle. So we're going to start off by coloring, because when we're coloring and layering up the colors, I need to allow it to dry, but that way we can glue down our other pieces while in between our drying stages. Good morning, Kelly. Welcome in. Thank you. I'm in a tearing mode. Seeing Patty's designs and stuff like that, I've been in a tearing mode, and I used to love tearing paper, and then I got away from it, but now I'm bringing it back. So we are going to go ahead and go over our blends here. Let me grab that. So I'm starting off with real red to color his hat and his suit. So we are just going to come in with our light real red and just add some color. I don't want to mess that up. I just went out the line. So I'm going to slow down. Sometimes I get a little happy. I've got to be slow on coloring. So we have our hat. And then his suit. Sorry guys, I'm not gonna talk. I can't talk and chew gum at the same time, so. I always want to start off with our dark or our lightest color and then build up with our dark color. Some people like to do some outlines of the dark and then come in with the light. I like to do the opposite. Okay, so there is our red. Then we're gonna come in with our light cherry cobbler, and I'm just gonna kind of go around and darken up where I want some shadows. And we'll blend back in with our real red in just a second. but I want to just come in and just add some light cherry cobbler. If you want to do dark, you can. But we're going to bring in a third color that might surprise you. Let me just blend this out just a little bit more with the back end with the real red. And that's good alone, but can we talk about bringing in smoky slate? So I have dark smoky slate that of course I'm going to do his boots, but I am going to come in really quick, just a second, and I'm going to just darken up even more for a shadow around like the bottom and along the like where I want the darkest part of my hat and my suit to come in. See how that darkens that up and just gives it just a little bit more dimension. That is the tip that I learned from Patty. And I'm even going to come in and do his little wispy hair and beard just to bring in that dimension. And see how that makes it pop even more? I don't know if that's showing up. You always started with the darker and go to the light. You know what? That's fine. That's the way I did it too. But I've been learning different methods that work a little bit better for my eye and my coloring journey. So it's whatever you guys want to do. But these are like tips that I learned from Patty just even this past weekend were amazing, especially with the smoky slate around the edging, just to make it pop a little bit more. And I mean, he was going down the chimney, so he needs to have maybe the chimney look. But I even did the same thing with the elf. I added just a little bit of the smoky slate. So we need to do the face. And I am doing light petal pink for his face. It's a good skin tone color. And then I'm going to let that dry just a second. I'm going to go ahead and maybe put down my back panel piece in the meantime. Letting that dry because I want to come in with light pretty and pink and give him his rosy cheeks. And rosy nose. And again, I'm using light petal pink. Then I'm going to come in with some Wink of Stella. Let me find a piece of scrap paper here. And we are going to add some sparkle to his hat and even his beard. I might have used up a lot of this. Almost at the end of my Wink of Stella, but you can add liquid to it and get some more out of that. So we're going to do his hat, his beard. I just realized I didn't color his ears, so let me go back in after I do this. And his hands. I mean, he might even be wearing mittens, but I'm going to do it as his hands. And there is our cute Santa. Isn't he cute? Good morning, Martha. Welcome in. I didn't see you sneak in here. So there is our Santa. Now let's go ahead and start putting our layers down. Again, this is a 4 by 5¼ inch piece of real red that I did embossed in the Holly Jolly hybrid embossing folder. And we have our 3½ by 4 inch piece of designer paper that we're going to put down. I'm glad that you guys liked it. He is cute. These little characters are so cute. I'm actually going to probably sit down and just really color and just take my time on coloring my Christmas cards this year. These guys are going to come out as my favorites, I think. So now I'm going to take my 1¾ by 4¾ inch of designer paper, and I'm just going to tear along the edge just to give it a little bit more dimension. Oops, kind of got a little happy on that one. Just to give it texture. that got a little happy. It got a little bite size. I'll make sure that that's where the circle covers up. And then we're just gonna ruffle up the edges here. Okay, and then lay that down. And I forgot the inside. Isn't it cute? Oh, thank you, Martha. That's super sweet. That's very kind of you. Yeah, it's definitely worth a purchase for sure. Now, don't do what I did. Get the bundle and not just the stamp set. I'm just using the stamp set today, but it does come up as a bundle in the online exclusives. So don't pull a Tammy and order just the stamp set. I have the dies coming, so we will be creating more with this. And forgot my little paper snip, so we'll just have to use these guys. Okay, and just banner that up. And then we will add this to the top, and then we still have to do our sentiment and then our embellishments. The embellishments that I'm going to be using today are the Traditions, Traditions sparkling sequins. These are on low inventory, so you definitely want to grab these while you can. Yeah, traditional sparkling sequins. So grab these while you can. They are on low inventory. I just noticed that this morning. So be sure to catch it if you'd like. And then our sentiment is Santa Claus is coming to town, of course. They are the best way to go. So we have Santa Claus is coming to town. That's okay. It's a little crooked, but I'm going to be fussy cutting this. Really wish I had my paper snips, but that's okay. They're in the other room. I'll just use these guys. Scissors are scissors except for my ribbon scissors. Those are special. Excuse the reach. And then we are going to pop this up with some foam adhesive strips. Do I have any? Don't have any larger pieces. So we're going to cut team foam adhesive sheets. Are you guys a dimensional person or foam adhesive sheets? I know I used to be dimensionals, but over the past year, I'm definitely a team foam adhesive sheets. There's still use for dimensionals though. There's use for them all. But it's a lot easier sometimes when you want to get things done rather than picking off the little dimensionals backings. I hope this inspires you to get a jump start on your Christmas cards if you send them out. Again, with this layout, you can do any bundle or suite or designer paper, or whichever you would like to do, but that's what I love about templates and sketches. When you're in that crafting rut, it helps you get out of that, and then you can utilize that with any bundle or suite or sentiment, designer paper. Okay, there we have it, my friends. There are our two little cards designs. Would love to know if you are Team Elf or Team Santa. And if you're watching the replay, let me know as well. Definitely foam adhesive sheets. Martha is so fun. I know Jennie is lately. So would love to know in the chat or the replay. You love them both. You can't decide. I know. I couldn't decide either. Seriously. Kelly likes the Santa. So we have Team Elf or Team Santa. They're both cute. I know, they're both adorable. I'm not gonna pick, honestly. All three of these. I'm even gonna play with the snowman and do a snowman one as well. But so cute. I love them. Okay, my friends, that will do it for me today. Now, please be sure to check over on Jennie's Facebook page at Stampin' with Jen. That's 2 N's with Stampin' and 2 N's in Jen at her normal 4 p.m. Pacific time spot, again on Facebook. So please head on over there at 4 if you're available to support her and give her the same love you guys are giving me. I want to thank you all for joining me, and I will see you all on Thursday at 11 a.m. Pacific for 2 more templates for Template Thursday with Tammy. Thank you all for joining me, and I will see you all next time for more creative fun. Bye, everyone.